Hey, hey, it's me, Jamad, and I'm finna getting into the energy for the week for you. I hope you're doing great. So glad that you signed up, and thanks for the yearly subscription. So you and me, 365. Well, somewhere in that time, I'm gonna be seeing a lot of you, or you're just gonna be seeing a lot of me, and I'll be seeing a lot of your cards. I'm gonna pull here. And I'm just going to take a deep breath and go ahead and tune in with you before I get to reading the cards and see what's going on in the energy. So, you're redeveloping a lot of things in your business, and that I can see right off top. And it's only because, like, you're seeing more importance for you in the world. Like, you're seeing more important things you could be doing, things that will really vibe with you since post-pandemic. Because, a lot of things have changed, and now it just seems like, woo, everything's back to moving. So I think there's some type of energy that's trying to move you in expansion. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a few more cards here for just some more clear understanding. All right, let's get with it. So, right now, a lot of this business changes that you're going to take on has a lot to do with how you're seeing yourself in your relationships, your personal relationships. There's more money to be made. And when I say more money to be made, it's like I realize that I have so much to offer, and somehow to offer more, I'm just going to need more money to kind of give me the budget. So me and God has agreed for me to have more money so I can increase the budget so I can be able to do more and give more and share more and upgrade a lot of my materials, because a lot of times you can have the best stuff, but if you're not bringing it on fine china, they'll be like, oh, this is a low budget meal. Well, when I say fine china, it's just about the delivery. So I had to, like, just get a larger budget so I can have a better delivery. Like, sometimes we abort a lot of our ideas because we're like, oh, will I have the support to bring this baby into the world? And a lot of times we feel like we don't have the right support or the right things or the right environment. We're like, okay, I don't think I can deliver this at this time. But if your delivery is tight, you got the budget, you got the support. A lot of times you're just like, oh, well, God is my support. God has granted me the budget. Let's go ahead and do more. Let's deliver this stuff like it's coming on fine china, because you can have the best meal, but if it's on a dirty plate, nobody wants it. So you gotta, like, sometimes kind of like dress up the plate, make the plate look a little bit more classy, and you can charge more. So there's more money to be made. That's what I'm saying. And it's really not this. I think you've gotten clear with the spiritual energy of money, and it has nothing to do with, like, you selling your soul, right? Because sometimes a lot of these jobs and careers we've taken on, we'll notice that they'll try to pull us into a direction that does not feel compatible with our morals, guides, and our values. So it's not like that anymore. Now is the time for you to, like, dig into your opportunities and come and bring stuff your way. You don't have that inner battle anymore because you know what you're doing here, and people recognize you as someone who knows what they're doing. I find that for me, a lot of the things that I'm doing, I kind of want another certification, but really, I don't think I need any more certification. I have plenty of certification. I just need a new book. I've fallen in love with Tai Chi, and something in my mind was like, for me to expand my business, let me just get a Tai Chi certification, and I can offer Tai Chi to older people and, like, build a Tai Chi community. Well, I'm not sure if that's where I want to go yet, but I know, like, something about that is expanding me, so I'm going to start with a Tai Chi book and learn more about Tai Chi, and if I want to get certification, I will get into that, but I really think I want to do the certification so I can offer more things to my community, because old people need to move and flow. Moving on, that enough about me. Back to you. Emotionally, I'm seeing a test coming up, but the test is really for you to start utilizing your own decision-making skills. You are a queen, you are a goddess, you have intuition, and you have a lot of knowledge. A lot of queens. The difference between a queen and common people is they have so much knowledge and wisdom. They can make royal decisions. They can say, you know what, I've seen how things are, I understand how things are here, and I am able to keep everything in balance and in flow. I said all that said this. So this test that's coming up for you this week is for you to really decide to go with what's best for you. Always go with what's best for you, because sometimes we'll follow other people's ideas or suggestions, and then the next thing you know, we're out of a lot of money, out of a lot of energy, and don't know how we ended up here. But something in the back of our minds this whole time was like, don't fall for this. Stick to what you know. Make wise decisions based on your knowledge and your intuition, because a lot of people can bring you empty words and they get to talking real fast. And when they get to talking real fast and bringing empty words, you know that's a test, because if you don't pass it, sometimes you'll just be giving up your time and your energy. You'll be like, oh, this was such a lesson. This was such a lesson. But what I'm telling you now is, when certain opportunities present themselves, pay attention to the energy of it and utilize your intuition and your intellect. You have intuition, intellect. Use both of those to very much so decide on these decisions, because you're in a place where you're popping and people gonna want to collaborate and see about what you're doing and try to see if they can get you on board with what they're doing. Like, they may want you to be on their board or be a part of their organization. You'd be like, hold up, I gotta make sure you're actually in it for the right reasons, because if they're the person who's trying to get you to be a part of a situation isn't in it for the right reasons, they're gonna have you a part of it for all the wrong reasons. Okay, so I said all that to say this, because it's really what I'm seeing is you coming into a place where you're getting into that balance of intellect and intuition, and being able to make those hard calls, you know, just to move forward in your career and in everything that you're doing. I said all that to say this. Sometimes you have ideas and they are very much so divinely inspired, and sometimes you have to be careful, make sure the idea has nothing to do with your ego. And when I say nothing to do with your ego, the ego is something that a lot of spiritual people are told to get rid of. But sometimes when you get rid of your ego, you'll humble yourself out of check. Like, you gotta have enough to say, like, I know who I am and what I do here. But it's like, when you make decisions from the ego, they'll say you're making them out of fear. So sometimes I would make decisions like thinking I wouldn't have enough money in the future, and I always had enough money in the future. I'd be like, damn, why was I acting so poor? And now I've made a poor decision, and I did not get the best of what I could have got out the situation, because I let my ego kind of mess with me about my future. Like, no, you need to save that money. What if you need that money for this? And like that fear, weird fear stuff. Like, what if? That's a very ego kind of thing. Like, because what if the greatest thing happened? Because that's quite a possibility that the greatest thing will happen. So you're going through this place where you're getting into that balance of intellect and intuition, and getting rid of like all that other stuff that'll kind of mess with your judgment. Because I need to pull something else, because I see you have like this energy of a strong healer. And when I say strong healer, like an energy of someone who's here to make a difference, utilizing what they're receiving from the spirit. But what I'm seeing now is like a lot of what I think is going on is you trying to balance their home and work life. And the spirit is gonna kind of not sit you down, but kind of put you in the mood where you start to evaluate these things, so they're not taking too much energy from you. Because an adult only really has 4 goals. Adults only got 4 goals, and we kind of illusion ourselves with all the nuances or the specifics. But the 4 goals is your body goals. So you have to always make time for your body goals. Every day is a body goal important. Like, it's something people got to be conscious of their body goals. Like, people are always conscious of their career goals. Now, career goal is because people like to have money, so their career goals they're generally conscious of, but the body goals they sleep on. So adults have their body goals, their career goals. They also have their home goals. Like, what do they want their home environment to be like? You know, most people want their home to be their castle, their peace, their resort. So it's like their home goals. So people got to be able to fit that in, especially because if your home isn't comfortable, your career goals and your body goals may be off. Or last but not least, your relationship goals. So the 4 goals are body, career, home, and relationship. So it's one of those things that to keep up with all those goals, it does take a bit of balance, and it does take a bit of like working that out. But I said all to say this, so I'm really seeing that's what's coming in for you about this week. These tests, so you can gain more balance in your decision making skills, because there's a lot of money to be made, and it's something to be a multi-entrepreneur, a social entrepreneur, because there are so many gifts a lot of us have that the world is hurting, and people won't heal unless we're out here utilizing our gifts, because a gift is something that once it's opened up in the present, everybody gets excited. Even if it's yours, everybody's usually excited, especially if you have a way of sharing that gift with others. I said all that to say this because you're coming in a place of spiritual equilibrium, where it doesn't feel like the world is dragging your energy. You're going to really flow with it. And if you ever feel like the world is dragging your energy, it's only because you're coming into more balance. Now, I will say this. A lot of this reading, for some reason, is about making money. Because a lot of cards is coming up talking about balance and making money. And it's really because you're getting into what we like to call as empire energy. That's the point, what I'm trying to say here. And I'm going to leave y'all with this because I don't want it to be too long. But empire energy, enterprise energy. When you're like getting into those enterprisey empire energies, a lot of times everything goes back to your relationships and your delivery. So a lot of things is clearing up in your life with your relationships, so you can get really keen on your delivery, because there's money to be made. And not trying to say money to be made like I'm trying to be like this manifesting money type of talking person, but that's what I see on the board. And I said all that to say this. The people who are close to you are close to you for a reason. And they love you and they adore you and they support you in certain ways. You don't need a lot of people, okay? And if people are trying to get into your inner circle, be very choosy and be very keen on watching them and how they move, because the people in your inner circle, they have to be people who love you for you and what all comes with you, right? And people who can support you without trying, right? Because sometimes when people are trying to support you, they get to messing up, because sometimes you're trying to make the shot, and if you shoot too high, you still miss the basket. So it's like people who have the natural skills, okay? Y'all know what I'm saying, you know, or you know what I'm saying. I really appreciate you for signing up. And I will be talking to you in a couple of days, because I'll be sending you some tool, some mystic tool that I feel like will flow with what's going on this week. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu and send you so much love and high vibrations. And if you have any questions about this, just text me back. Ciao.